Magnificat anima mea Dominum,
et exsultat spiritus meus in Deo salutari meo.
Welcome to the new episode of the theme Saint Teresa of Avila, Mother of Interior Souls. Bossuet, an archbishop, a great French pulpit orator, called Christian Cicero by the church history of the 18th century, extolled Saint Teresa of Avila as the world's greatest woman writer. Saint Teresa was a genius born, not made, an incredibly gifted teacher of divine contemplation, a woman of great common sense with a flair for heavenliness, soaked with amazing earthiness, who merited to be declared the first female doctor of the Church Universal. As a writer, she has the rare gift of appealing both to the most learned readers as natural stylist of rare merit, and to the least learned, to the man in the street, and still more to the woman in the kitchen. When asked for a new book, she cried, "For the love of God, let me work at my spinning wheel. I am not meant to write. I have neither the health nor the intelligence for it." Nonetheless, she put aside her spinning and complied with the demand, and the result was the interior castle. Every woman in the kitchen feels a kinship with her, for she says exactly what they themselves would say if a book were demanded of them. She has so much housework and so little leisure that she writes, "I am almost stealing the time, and that with great difficulty, for I am living in a poor house and have numerous things to do." Saint Teresa knew to write, but did not know how to write as we do, or her contemporaries. She did not know to use capital letters. We don't find any capital letter in her writings. You see, this is the facsimile reproduction of the second draft of the book called Way of Perfection. There is no single capital letter in this book. But in imitation of the old Latin missal, where the first word of the introitus is ornamented, she also decorated the first word of the chapter, capitulo. Look at this. See, capitulo, chapter. See how it is decorated. And even her signature, Teresa de Jesus, she has only small t and small j. No punctuation mark, that is, no marks such as full stop, comma, brackets used in writing to separate sentences and their elements and to clarify meaning. Occasionally, we find an inclined line, which means either an idea has come to a close or only a stroke to get rid of the clotted ink from her quill pen. The making of the book was entirely different from that of ours. First, she composed the whole book, then divided them into chapters, and finally gave titles to each of the chapters. But the only exception was in the drafting of her book, Interior Castle. At the outset, she divided the whole book into 7 sections, named mansions. But the division of all the mansions into chapters and the giving of the titles to each of the chapters was done after the composition of the entire book. The writings of St. Teresa of Avila are the following. First, Book of Life. They are called major or longer works. Book of Life. 2. Way of Perfection. 3. Interior Castle. 4. Book of the Foundations. Then minor works. 8. 1. Spiritual Relations. 2. Conceptions of the love of God. 3. Exclamations of the soul to God. 4. Constitutions for the discalced Carmelite nuns. 5. Method for the visitation of convents of the discalced Carmelite nuns. 6. Maxims. 7. Spiritual challenge. And 8. Judgment. All these you find in these 3 volumes, translated and edited by E. Alison Pierce. We received from her 31 poems. She wrote 15,000 letters, of which only 468 are extant. The English translation of these letters is found in 2 volumes. The first volume has 702 pages, and the second 661 pages. By great fortune, the originals of nearly all St. Teresa's principal works have come down to us, together with those of a fair number of her letters and some account books bearing her signature. This fortune we owe to the great esteem shown for St. Teresa and her order by King Philip II. When collecting books and manuscripts for the library which he proposed to establish in his newly built palace at El Escorial, he asked Nicholas Doria if he could obtain for him any of St. Teresa's autographs. As a result, 4 of these, namely Life, Way of Perfection first draft, Foundations, and Method for the Visitation of Convents, are now to be found in the El Escorial Library. This was fortunate because even at an early date, the pages were cut up into small portions to be handed out as relics. The OCD and the Catholic Church owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to this king for rescuing the original manuscripts. Excepting that of the Interior Castle, I was able once, by the great mercy of God, to take in my hands the rest of the precious manuscripts. Thank you.
Magnificat anima mea Dominum.
et exsultat